Okay, I'm gonna spritz with e.l.f. makeup mist with aloe green tea, cucumber, and vitamins A, C, and E. This will just like help her skin for before priming. So it's gonna sprit on your face, okay? I'm also gonna use e.l.f. Tone Face Primer, the green one, because she has a little bit of redness and it'll kind of like correct it a little. So also gonna use this to like a bit over her pores. Wash your hands too, because my hands are clean. Just, you know, it's better and cleaner. I'm gonna let that sit on her skin for a little bit, let it stick. I'm also gonna be using the RealTechniques beauty sponge with this. I'm gonna take one pump for right now on my hand, and I'm gonna dab it on her face. I'm just gonna start with one side of her face. I'm gonna be using the flat top, and I'm gonna damp it onto her skin. I mean, dap it into her skin, like kind of like pressing it on her skin. Not really hard either, because I mean, there's no purpose to like beating your face with the sponge. But the sponge is really good because make sure it's damp, like damp. Don't have excess water in it, because it's good to pick up the foundation that you don't use, and also it kind of makes it for a flawless look, not real like patchy. There's also a good trick that I use sometimes, not on camera, but maybe I should be posting that, to get really good, not to get a line right here. You kind of move your face, like look down but look back, no, look down but move your head back, like that. And the chin right here, what creates our double chin, let's face it, everybody has it, and that way you can really get that coverage down there, and you'll know that you won't have a line splitting your face from your neck, because that's not really appealing. To get really flawless skin, make sure that you guys exfoliate, because some of us tend to forget that we need to exfoliate our face. Like, we need to remove the dead cells, the dead skin cells from piling up on our face, which kind of tends to make the foundation also look cakey, and it kind of clings onto those certain spots. So yeah, just, you know, a little now note. As you can see, her skin looks nice and all in one color, like there's no misshading or anything like that, but she does, you can see like the visible red spots, you know, from a little bit of acne that she has going on, and her eyelids are just, you know, what we normally have, like miscoloration, but that's just, you know, hormones, or depends on how much you sleep, whatnot, all this stuff. But she wants more coverage. To me, this would be completely fine, because I like more of a natural looking base, but she wants more full coverage, or full coverage period. This is like medium coverage, so I'm gonna add one more pump and work that onto her skin. I'm gonna start with the right side. Again, dot everything on her face, section by section. Okay, now that's the full second layer. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit, and next I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Fair. I'm hoping this will be light for her, because from the looks of it, I think she might. I think this is the whitest one. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what I have right now, and we're just gonna have to make do. So I'm gonna be using this for her under eyes, for her eyelids, to prime them before eyeshadow, and I'm gonna try to conceal also like a little bit of redness that is still peeking out. I'm also gonna use this to highlight the face so everything can even out. You don't wanna have these white bags under her eyes only. I'm gonna be using the corner side so I can have a good fit into the crevices of her face, and we're just gonna do the same thing. Just pounce on the face. But this brightened up her face, and it gave the eyes a little bit of a solid color, like kind of like a very clear canvas, a perfect canvas for us to work on. So everything can come out looking nice and smooth. Okay. I'm also going to be using this for the just to conceal a little bit on the little bit of acne marks that are still peeking through. On the other side, no. Don't go all hardcore on this either, just very light damping. If anything, just roll. I'm gonna use the same RealTechniques sponge. Why? Because this is very fine powder, so it'll help stick to the concealer and the foundation, just to give her a more flawless look, but also to make sure that everything stays in its place and not move. Because when you start piling other products, it kind of tends to move, and the place you want it to stay is mainly under your eyes, your nose, your chin, and your cheeks. But how she says that she's oily skin and she wants coverage, so under her eyes and her whole face, we're gonna put this on just to set it. Okay, so I'm gonna be going in with the Sweet Peach palette, and she wants to have like a natural look, but I'm gonna see if I can turn it up into natural glam, but something that's doable, where she can you know, duplicate the same look in with the color Puree. It's just like a very light, cool brown. And don't go all harsh on this, and make sure you guys always remove the excess. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on her crease, which is right about there, because when she opens her eyes, open your eyes, that crease that it's right there, that's her crease. And you want to go with a very light hand. Do not go all hardcore on it, because you won't be able to remove any mistake that you do if you put so much product in one little area. So just very light, and you want to circle then sweep, circle then sweep, whatever you feel more comfortable with. This will just give her a little bit of definition and help blend out the other eyeshadows, so everything kind of look kind of seamless. Next, we're gonna go in with Summer Yum. It's more like a reddish type of brown, and also go in with a very light hand, very light, and it will just bring more color, but still stay neutral, still doable. And you can bring this down a little bit lower. Next, I'm gonna go in with Bellini. It's this mix of gold. It's just gonna pink. I'm just gonna have like a light dusting on there, just very light, and it's gonna be all over her lid. I'm also gonna be using White Peach just to highlight her brow a little bit. Hopefully this will come out. If not, we'll give it another type. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use just an e.l.f. flat brush, shader brush, and I'm gonna go in with Puree and Summer Yum together, very lightly, and just dab it under her lash line. And we're gonna go in again and just deepen up that crease. Next, I'm gonna be going in with Bella Pierre Cosmetics, and this is just a mineral blush in Desert Rose. Whoa, do you like them to apple your cheeks, or only to apple your cheeks? Okay. Just gonna put that on her apple her cheeks, but take it up a little bit this way, so it kind of slim down her face a little bit. Oh yeah, you can go up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the top of her cheekbones and just dab it on there. And it's going to give her like that natural shine right there. Put on on the places where the light naturally hits. The nose is usually one of those areas. Okay, so you're also going to put this on the center of the lid. Just give it that halo effect. I like that mirror that you have. Looks antique-ish, right? Eyebrows right now, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be going in with the matte LA Colors palette in Brown Tweed. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using brown as her color. Just to, her eyebrows are really naturally bold. Brush like this, an angled brush would also work, or an angled eyebrow brush. And just slowly dap it in there. Just to give it a little bit of color, because she has very good eyebrows, like really good, but as you can see, it's kind of sparse in some areas. So you just want to slowly like cover it up just to give her that more bolder look. Because to me, that's perfectly fine. She gets real nice eyebrows. Nothing to complain about. And once you reach the front here, don't add any more product. Just go with whatever you have on the brush, because it looks real nice with a natural fade. But down here, you just want to blend everything together. It makes it look a lot more bolder, more crisp, and kind of brings. Next, I'm gonna be going in with the Tarteist lip paint from Tarte, and it's gonna be in the color Get It. And I just want to highlight a little bit on her lip, just the center, just the center. Next, I'm gonna be using the Tarteist Pro Glow palette again. I'm gonna be sculpting her face just a little bit, because she really doesn't do any sculpting to her face. I just want to show her that she can still have that slimming effect that we all, you know, want. And I'm gonna be using the sculpting powder, not the cream side, and it's just like a very light, cool brown. I'm gonna be using an e.l.f. stippling brush, the small stippling brush, and I'm gonna be tapping that in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it at the bottom of her, the top of her ear, like midway through her, like to her end of her lip right here, like midway. So it's gonna be like stop right there, and I'm gonna brush that on there just to have that cut. We don't want a harsh cut. If you do want a more harsher cut, you can absolutely go for it. But how we want this to stay like a very romantic, neutral set of makeup where she can duplicate or repeat, or however you want to phrase that. So we're gonna keep it kind of soft and have like a natural glam to it. So we'll be doing the same thing to the other side. You also want to take this under the chin area to carve out the bottom of those cheeks. Nobody likes double chins. We all admit that. At least I admit that. Just to carve that out. You can also contour certain parts of your face. Like you can also contour like the sides of your nose if you want to slim it down and have like a type of button nose, or you can also like put a little shadowing at the bottom of your lip to make it bigger, but how she has plump lips on the bottom. So that will stay like that, and this is the finished look. Very romantic and neutral and very doable if she wants to repeat this again.